Okay, we just got a good look at some of that video from the high surf down there at the Mavericks competition in the Bay Area. Again, keep in mind, that's pretty much what a high surf advisory means. You want to give yourself a good distance between the surf line and an escape route, which a lot of people down there didn't plan on this weekend. Hopefully we'll see less of that activity here through the rest of the week. Waves are settling down. High surf advisory through tonight. It'll be down tomorrow as we're back down into the 6 to 8 foot range for the seas out there. We were at 18 to 20 for the weekend, as it made for some great surfing, but not so good viewing for many people on the shoreline here this weekend. Again, every year several people get washed out to sea, and that's not where you want to be, so heads up when you're on the surf. As we see temperatures today in the upper 50s to low 60s at the coast, a little warmer inland, more sunshine out there in the low 60s prevailing, with a 62 in Willow Creek, on Humboldt Bay 60, 62 in Trinidad, 59 up in Crescent City and Oric. And we'll look for warmer temperatures across the interior tomorrow, while it continues in the upper 50s to low 60s, with late night low clouds and fog along the shoreline, kind of like a summer pattern here. More sun for the interior, warmer temperatures, and this fog bank will be with us late night and early morning hours until the end of the week. Friday, we're going to see increasing clouds, chance of rain from this energy right here. We've got several waves to hit us. First one will arrive on Saturday. That'll be this. Friday night, we'll look for the overrunning cloud cover. We'll see this on Saturday. And then there'll be another wave back here behind it for Sunday that will probably overrun Saturday's system. You may not see much of a break in between. At this point, they look like some pretty good rainmakers for us. We'll see how they hold together as they move across the Pacific. The leading edge is already shredding, but you see the bulk of the moisture still holding together out here. Again, that's Saturday's weather at this point. Looks like it's got a pretty good subtropical connection too, which could be a good rainmaker for us. Another soaker, looks like, on tap. In between, we'll look for a dry spell here through Thursday into Friday, with the late night and early morning low clouds continuing along the shoreline. Computer models, they're in sync with this as well. Well, with the exception of not picking up the low clouds and fog, which is typical for these models. They show skies mostly clear here through Thursday, but we know better. There'll be some cloud cover out there in the early morning hours for sure. And believe it when you see it out the door. As we take a look out across the Atlantic here, or the eastern part of the country, a few snow showers across Boston, New York today, but basically that frontal boundary is clearing out. They should get a break here through the rest of the week, so they can dig out from the big snowstorm they've had the last week or so. Temperature-wise tonight, looks like mid to low 40s at the coast, about the same out across the interior, maybe a little cooler. Might see some upper 30s out there, with daytime highs tomorrow, again in the upper 50s to low 60s coast side, while out across the interior, we're looking for mid to upper 60s. More sunshine out there, slightly warmer. There you see the offshore forecast, northwesterly winds, pretty light and variable, seas settling down, as mentioned, back down to 6 to 8 feet. And as we get a look at the 7-day forecast, we'll hang on to partly cloudy conditions at the coast, look for rain to develop late Friday night into Saturday and Sunday before it winds down through the beginning of the week. Snow levels will be dropping by, probably Sunday morning, as this does look like it's got some colder air tapped going in there, so it looks like we're going to return to more of a winter weather pattern here for the weekend after this balmy little blast of spring showers across the north coast. Taking a look at our 3-degree contestant for tonight, Steve Werner of Eureka wins desk clock from Redwood Coast Cellular, and there's $150 in the prize pool for Michael George of Blue Lake coming up tomorrow night.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
You bet.
And now Manny Machado joins us with sports. And Manny, local basketball tournament continues, but this time it's the girls' turn.
Yeah, some good matchups tonight, including for the Big Five. Eureka hosting Fortuna. We do return tonight. The CR men's basketball team looks to stay atop the conference standings. HSU softball is off to its worst start in 21 years. And Raiders owner Al Davis opens his checkbook. Stay with us. Sports is facts.
Weather 24 hours a day. Go to KIEM-TV.com and click on the weather webcast for your North Coast weather and forecast. Brought to you by Blue Lake Casino.